Keisha is going to lead us through a project evaluation exercise. And again, because we found that using the camera was so appealing, we decided that we will not have you fill out an evaluation sheet. We'll have you do the evaluation using the cameras again. So you will have some questions that we have designed. We'll go through the questions with you, and as is usual, you would have the opportunity to edit the questions if you do like that. Yeah, let me use that question there, you know, that kind of thing. And then you're going to break up in groups, and you're going to tape one another interviewing, asking these questions. So we're evaluating the project. But instead of doing it the boring way of sitting down and writing on the sheet, we tape it.
Well, when we went up to Fonzaman and St. Michael's, that's where I learned exactly what is a check down. Remember, I didn't know nothing. I never seen one before. So I learned, oh Lord, I learned a lot.
I learned how they mobilize with other groups, other people with funding, and especially with nature seekers, how they arrange, like they make different crafts, they do different things.
I have learned that where my workers might think that it is difficult, they are in paradise. I have learned that. I have learned where the terrain where some workers' work is very steep, and then some people are far distant.
Not everyone in the group knew what a watershed was. Like me, I didn't know. I just they keep telling us to plant trees to protect the watershed. So I keep going, taking part in activities, planting trees, and yet still not knowing what was a watershed. So being in this workshop taught me what was a watershed, so I could now go and tell the younger ones in a group what is a watershed.
Making sure that the rivers and streams, the watershed, remain clean and people don't pollute it.
Yes. How do you plan to pass on the lessons you learned to the rest of your group in your watershed?
One, by flyers, printing, putting up posters, flyers, texting on the telephone. We have notice boards, oral communication by talking, word of mouth.
In our group, we had planned that like 5 minutes of every meet, 5 or 10 minutes every meeting time. It's a time for sharing and building capacity. So I will share what I've learned by telling, and by even all the handouts that I got, I will share it with the members of my group.
The information that I have gathered in this workshop through the use of the DVDs that we have gotten, it clearly shows how we can do our contour drains and our eyebrow terracing and so on. I went home and was telling them how to actually construct these things, but now I have this DVD, I can actually show them from the experts.
The workshop, by hearing the different discussions among the group, it caused me to realize where we had some weaknesses, and by learning those, I was better able to go back and the areas that I discerned the weaknesses, I was able to strengthen. Better records in more ways than one. Records of the plant material received, records of punctuality also, and regularity in the workers, records of tools and so on, and I was able to better record the activities of the workers, their punctuality, and being able to record on a daily basis activities happening on the project.
What did you like best about the project?
About the project, I liked the coming together of all groups, because it showed that we very much needed to meet and to network and to communicate in order for us to do a proper management of our watershed by sharing our knowledge and our experiences. So that was very, 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 very important.
The bringing together of all the different stakeholders, bringing together of the different groups, I enjoy that very much. It opened up my eyes and listened to the different experiences.
I have learned to communicate with people in different aspects. No matter what has been thrown to you, you deal with it.
You must be concise and don't use so too many words. And everybody in your group must be giving the same message. You must be on the same page. I think that is very, very important.
Well, coming from far, Brasso Paria, and some of the challenges were transportation, getting up early to get ready for school before you come out.
Well, it was no challenge really in coming or attending to the project or anything like that. It was well put out, it was well facilitated, the facilitators was knowledgeable on whatever topic or whatever that they present was very knowledgeable.
When I came in and I saw the DVD that was made with the activities that was conducted in this project, I was really elated in that I can take this documentary and train my community people.
Well, one thing unexpected happened that that our group built about 6 or 7 check dams, which we had no idea how to build check dams before this project.
Seeing and meeting and interacting with other community groups, you never perceive that we would have this bonding relationship, and coming up almost at the end that we want to remain as an organization, come together and collate as a group, that we can bring in whatever resource needed for further training for us to undertake our responsibility in the watershed system.
Some of the challenges like slash and burn in the rezone. After the slash and burn, it's like I slash and burn a piece and I sell you, and I go on and slash and burn a next piece and you, and I come and sell that next piece, and so I go in destroying the forest. That is one of the challenges. That people, humans of their own self, not aware or not educated enough about the environment and about watershed and about the different trees and species and what the different parts of the forest, what work they do. Because if we don't have no trees, we have no rain for one, we have no water, we have no aquifers, we have no rivers.
The challenges in Trinidad and Tobago is that more education needs to be established. People need to understand the importance of our watershed system, how important our waterways are, how important our trees are, what it do for us, what it provides for us as a citizenry. We need to understand the role. So education is definitely lacking.
We look towards sharing of experiences among resource users. We're seeing them better able to represent themselves and take part in planning for the use of natural resources in the region, because this project contributed to them building a better understanding of what is a watershed and building the skill to be able to communicate their work, so they'll be able to say what they need to say to participate in management of watersheds in Trinidad and Tobago.